By a margin of more than 2-to-1, voters in New York say bail reform leads to more crime. And how those laws fare in the new state budget could impact Governor Hochul's political future. Our CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer has the poll numbers and the fight going on at the state capitol. Marcia?
Well, Dana, some say it's a prime example of Albany dysfunction. Crime-scarred voters want changes to bail reform. Governor Hochul wants to make that happen. But the Democrats, who control both houses of the legislature, are at this point adamantly against it. And the Republicans, well, they see it as an opportunity to use it against Kathy Hochul in November, in the November elections. Some Democrats are saying no rollbacks.
No rollbacks! No rollbacks!
Take that, Kathy Hochul. Just as you're trying to negotiate a new budget that includes a sweeping public safety package with changes to keep the bad guys behind bars, a coalition of progressive groups and lawmakers from your own party staged a rowdy rally at the Capitol to stop you in your tracks. The group is opposed to Hochul's proposed tweaks to bail reform laws that would give judges more discretion to detain criminal defendants on bail and to increase the crimes that are bail eligible.
Upwards of 99% of the people released on bail reform were not rearrested for any violent felony. So if you cannot back it up, then you need to shut up.
We don't want to perpetuate a system that only seeks to siphon money out of our communities and only to throw human beings away in a dungeon to be forgotten, than to be let out in worse conditions than when they entered.
But according to a new Siena poll, voters want to see change. By a margin of 82-11, voters think judges should have more discretion to set bail based on the seriousness of the crime or the individual's criminal record. By a margin of 62-24, voters say bail reform has resulted in more crime. Republicans, far outnumbered by Democrats in New York, see the disagreement as an opportunity for political gain. They staged their own rally.
It is past time that New York joins nearly every other state in the nation, as well as the federal judiciary, in allowing judges to consider defendants' risk to public safety when considering bail. Please, please take action.
Just recently, there was a video out, a mother, her 3-year-old child walking into a hallway. 2 men waiting in wake with masks on their face. Put a gun to that kid's head. Committed that robbery. Why? Because they feel they can get away with it.
Well, Democratic Party leaders tell me they're worried a failure to win change will hurt Hochul with crime-weary voters and could provide an opening for Republicans. And it's not just Hochul who could be vulnerable. Suburban senators on Long Island, where Republicans made huge gains last November, will also have to worry. Dana.
Marcia, thank you. Bail reform. It's a very complicated issue. To learn more, watch our 1-hour special, A Conversation on Bail Reform. Tomorrow, streaming on CBS News New York. CBS 2's Andrea Klein-Thomas leads the discussion about what's at stake and the potential impact on Black and brown communities. You can see this conversation on bail reform tomorrow, 9 a.m., 6:30 p.m.